Welcome to IAS Academy. Prior to the 2023 preliminary exam, we will cover 15 questions daily in a video. I have already uploaded 40 test series last year. So, let's start our session. Our first question is,
with reference to British colonial rule in India, consider the following statements. Mahatma Gandhi was instrumental in the abolition of system of indentured labor. That is correct. In Lord Chelmsford's War Conference, Mahatma Gandhi did not support the resolution on recruiting Indians for World War. That is incorrect. Consequent upon the breaking of salt law by Indian people, the International Congress was declared illegal by the colonial rulers. That is correct. Which of the statements given above are correct? The answer to this question is option B. Statement 1 and 3 are correct and statement 2 is incorrect. Indentured servitude from India started in 1834 and lasted up till 1922 despite having been officially banned in 1917 by British India's Imperial Legislative Council after pressure from freedom fighters like Mahatma Gandhi. Hence statement 1 is correct. Viceroy Chelmsford had invited various Indian leaders to attend a war conference. Gandhi was also invited and he went to Delhi to attend the conference. After attending the Viceroy's war conference, Gandhiji agreed to support the recruitment of Indians in the British war effort. He again believed that support from Indians will make the British government look at their plight sympathetically after the war. Hence statement 2 is incorrect. British government tried to suppress the Salt Satyagraha movement with more laws and censorship, and the Congress party was declared illegal. But this did not deter the Satyagrahis who continued the movement. Hence statement 3 is correct. So her answer to this question is option B. Statement 1 and 3 are correct. Question number 2. With reference to international movement, consider the following pairs. Pairs are Sir Tej Bahadur Sapru, President, All India Liberal Federation. That is correct. K.C. Niyogi, Member, the Constituent Assembly. That is correct. P.C. Joshi, General Secretary, Communist Party of India. That is correct. Which of the pairs given above is or are correctly matched? Here, answer to this question is option D. All the pairs are correctly matched. Sir Tej Bahadur Sapru was the leader of the Liberal Party and a lawyer. He had cooperated with Congress in numerous freedom movements like Quit India, Salt Satyagraha, Non-Cooperation Movement, etc. K.C. Niyogi was a member of Constituent Assembly. He was the chairman of First Finance Commission and also the second Finance Minister of Free India. Hence, pair 2 is correct. P.C. Joshi was one of the early leaders of the communist movement in India. He was the General Secretary of the Communist Party of India from 1935 to 1947. Hence, pair 3 is also correct. So, her answer to this question is option D. Question number 3. Why are dewdrops not formed on a cloudy night? Options are clouds absorb the radiation released from Earth's surface. Clouds reflect back the Earth's radiation. The Earth's surface would have low temperature on cloudy nights. Cloud deflect the blowing wind to ground level. Here, answer to this question is option B. Cloud reflect back the Earth's radiation. When the moisture is deposited in the form of water droplets on cooler surfaces of solid objects such as stones, grass, blades and plant leaves, it is known as dew. For the formation of dew, it is necessary that the dew point is above the freezing point. The ideal conditions for its formation are clear sky, calm air, high relative humidity, and cold and long nights. Cloud cover prevent this from happening as it reflects Earth's radiation. So her answer to this question is option B. Question number 4. What is common to the places known as Aliyar, Izapur and Kansabadi? Options are recently discovered uranium deposits, tropical rainforest, underground cave systems, water reservoirs. Here, answer to this question is option D. Water reservoirs. Aliyar in Tamil Nadu, Izapur in Maharashtra and Kansabadi in West Bengal are water reservoirs where water level reached much below the normal capacity. So, her answer to this question is option D. Question number 5. Which of the following statements are correct about the deposits of methane hydrate? Statements are global warming might trigger the release of methane gas from these deposits. That is correct. Large deposits of methane hydrate are found in Arctic tundra and under the seafloor. That is correct. Methane in atmosphere oxidizes to carbon dioxide after a decade or two. That is also correct. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here, answer to this question is option D. All the statements are correct. Combustible ice is a frozen mixture of water and concentrated natural gas, technically known as methane hydrate. It can be lit on fire in its frozen state and is believed to comprise one of the world's most abundant fossil fuels. There are also environmental concerns. If methane hydrate leaks during the extraction process, it can increase greenhouse gas emissions. Hence, large-scale production has concerns. If not done properly, it could flood the atmosphere with climate-changing greenhouse gases. even if a small portion of this methane hydrate deposits decomposes through natural process. Hence, global warming can trigger more quantities of methane release. So, statement 1 is correct. Methane hydrate has been found beneath seafloors and buried inside Arctic permafrost and beneath Antarctic ice. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The fact is that when methane is anthropogenically emitted, methane is oxidized in the atmosphere a decade or two later. Once oxidized, the carbon in each methane molecule is converted to carbon dioxide, which then stays in the atmosphere as carbon dioxide for another century or more. Hence, statement 3 is correct. So, her answer to this question is option D. Question number 6. Consider the following: carbon monoxide, methane, ozone, sulfur dioxide. Which of the above are released into atmosphere due to the burning of crop or biomass residue? The answer to this question is option D, all the above. In order to plant the next winter crop, farmers in Haryana and Punjab have to move in a very short interval, and if they are late due to short of winter these days, they might face considerable losses. Therefore, burning is the cheapest and fastest way to get rid of the stubble. But open stubble burning or burning of crop residues emits large amount of toxic pollutants in the atmosphere, which contain harmful gases like methane, carbon monoxide, volatile organic compound, and carcinogenic polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxides are also producing due to this burning. Tropospheric or ground level ozone is not emitted directly into the air, but is created by chemical reactions between oxides of nitrogen and volatile organic compound. So, your answer to this question is option D. Number 7. In India, the use of carbofuran, methylparathione, forate and trisophos is viewed with apprehension. These chemicals were used as options are pesticides in agriculture, preservatives in processed foods, fruit ripening agents, moisturizing agents in cosmetics. The answer to this question is option A, pesticides in agriculture. Carbofuran, forate, trisophos and methylparathione were pesticides used in agriculture. The Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare proposed a ban on the manufacture, sales and imports of 27 pesticides in India in 2020. Banned pesticides include carbofuran, forate, methylparathione, trisophos, monocrotophos, methyldimethione and profenophos. Several are World Health Organization Class 1 pesticides, that is extremely hazardous and highly hazardous pesticides. Some are classified as probable human carcinogens, some documented for their toxicity on bees, fish, earthworms, etc., in which 24 of the 27 pesticides are banned in other countries. So her answer to this question is option A. Question number 8. Consider the following statements. Under Ramsar Convention, it is mandatory on the part of Government of India to protect and conserve all the wetlands in the territory of India. That is incorrect. It is not mandatory to protect all the wetlands in India. The Wetlands Conservation and Management Rules 2010 were framed by the Government of India based on the recommendations of Ramsar Convention. That is incorrect. It is not based on the recommendation. The Wetlands Conservation and Management Rules 2010 also encompass the drainage area or catchment regions of the wetlands as determined by the authority. That is correct. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? Here, answer to this question is option C. Statement 3 only is correct. Statement 1 is not correct because under Ramsar Convention, it is mandatory on the part of Government of India to protect only Ramsar sites and not all the wetlands in India. Statement 2 is not correct because the Wetlands Conservation and Management Rules 2010 have been drafted by the Ministry of Environment and Forest. Statement 3 is correct because the Wetland Conservation Management Rules 2010 also encompass the drainage area or catchment regions of the wetlands as determined by the authority. So her answer to this question is option C. Question number 9. Which of the following are the reasons for occurrence of multi-drug resistance in microbial pathogens in India? Options are genetic predisposition of some people, that is incorrect. Taking incorrect doses of antibiotics to cure diseases, that is correct. Using antibiotics in livestock farming, that is correct. Multiple chronic diseases in some people, that is incorrect. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here, answer to this question is option B. Statement 2 and 3 are correct. Overuse and misuse of antibiotics in animals and humans is contributing to the rising threat of antibiotic resistance. Some types of bacteria that cause serious infections in humans have already developed resistance to most or all the available treatments. Antimicrobial resistance occurs naturally over time. The misuse and overuse of antimicrobials is accelerating this process. In many places, antibiotics are overused in people and animals, and often given without professional oversight. Examples of misuse include when they are taken by people with viral infections like cold and flu, and when they are given as growth promoters in animals, or used to prevent diseases in healthy animals. So her answer to this question is option B. Question number 10. What is Cas9 protein that is often mentioned in news? Options are a molecular scissors used in targeted gene editing. That is correct. The answer to this question is option A, molecular scissors used in targeted gene editing. Cas9 is a protein which is used in genetic engineering technique, that is CRISPR. The clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats or CRISPR's associated protein 9, that is Cas9 system, has revolutionized genetic manipulations and made gene editing simpler, faster and easily accessible to most laboratories. CRISPR gene editing technology can be used for the purpose of altering genetic expressions or changing the genome of an organism. It enables scientists to easily and precisely edit the DNA of any genome. So her answer to this question is option A. Question number 11. With reference to Constitution of India, consider the following statements. Statements are, no High Court shall have the jurisdiction to declare any central law to be constitutionally invalid. That is incorrect. An amendment to the Constitution of India cannot be called into question by the Supreme Court of India. Incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? Here, answer to this question is option D. Neither one nor two of the statements are correct. The 42nd Constitutional Amendment attempted to curtail the power of judicial review of Supreme Court and High Court by excluding from their purview in matter of elections. However, the 43rd Constitutional Amendment restored the original position. High Court has the power to invalidate any central law which goes against the ethos of the Constitution. Similar is the case with Supreme Court. If any constitutional amendment goes against the basic structure of the Constitution, Supreme Court has the power to call it into question. In 2015, the Supreme Court declared both 99th Constitutional Amendment 2014 Act and the National Judicial Appointment Commission Act as unconstitutional and null and void. So her answer to this question is option D. Question number 12. In the context of polity, which one of the following would you accept as the most appropriate definition of liberty? Options are protection against the tyranny of political rulers, absence of restraint, opportunity to do whatever one's like, opportunity to develop oneself fully. The answer to this question is option D, opportunity to develop oneself fully. Positive liberty means freedom with certain restrictions, which is necessary for the good of the society. These restraints are necessary so that everyone, irrespective of the caste, creed, gender or any other societal factors which restrict a common man, could enjoy the liberty. Hence, the option D seems to be the most appropriate answer. Question number 13. Which one of the following is not the most likely measure the government or RBI takes to stop the slide of Indian rupee? Options are curbing imports of non-essential goods and promoting exports, encouraging Indian borrowers to issue rupee-denominated masala bonds, easing conditions relating to external commercial borrowing, following an expansionary monetary policy. Here the first three options are government measures to prevent the slide of Indian rupee, and the fourth one is not. So her answer to this question is option D. Curbing imports of non-essential goods will lessen the demand for dollars, and promoting export will help in increasing the flow of dollars into the country. That will help control rupee depreciation. Hence, statement A is incorrect. Masala bonds are bonds issued outside India by an Indian entity or corporate. These bonds are issued in Indian currency than local currency. This would increase liquidity in the market and help in supporting the rupee. Indian corporates usually issue masala bonds to raise funds from foreign investors. As it is pegged into Indian currency, if the rupee rates fall, investors bear the risk. Hence, statement B is incorrect. External commercial borrowing is a loan availed by an Indian entity in the form of foreign currencies from a non-resident lender with a minimum average maturity. Thus, easing conditions of external commercial borrowings help in receiving more loans in foreign currencies that would increase forex inflow, leading to rupee appreciation. Hence, statement C is incorrect. Expansionary monetary policy, a set of policy measures such as increase in money supply to the RBI to stimulate economy. It cannot influence the variations of rupee value. Hence, statement D is the correct answer. Question number 14. The Reserve Bank of India's recent directives relating to storage of payment system data, popularly known as data dictate, Command is payment system providers that options are they shall ensure that entire data relating to payment systems operated by them are stored in a system only in India. That is correct. They shall ensure that the systems are owned and operated by public sector enterprises. That is incorrect. They shall submit the consolidated system audit report to the Controller and Auditor General of India by the end of calendar year. That is incorrect. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? Here answer to this question is option A. Statement 1 only is correct. RBI in its directive on storage of payment system data has made it clear that entire payment data shall be stored in a system located only in India. Data stored in India can be accessed or fetched whenever required for handling customer disputes as well as for any other related processing activities such as chargeback. So her answer to this question is option A. Question number 15. What was the purpose of intercreditor agreement signed by Indian banks and financial institutions? Options are to lessen the government of India's perennial burden of fiscal deficit and current account deficit. That is incorrect. To support the infrastructure projects of central and state government. That is incorrect. To act as independent regulator in case of applications for loans of Rs 50 crore or more. Incorrect. To aim at faster resolution of stressed assets of Rs 50 crore or more, which are under consortium lending. That is correct. So her answer to this question is option D. The intercreditor agreement is applicable to all corporate borrowers who have availed loans for an amount of Rs 50 crore or more under consortium lending. So her answer to this question is option D.
So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We will continue with the next result tomorrow.